Hi everyone, this is Adrien, the exercise specialist at the Leduc Beaumont Devon Primary Care Network. I hope you all are doing well today. For this video today, this one's actually a little bit impromptu and wasn't really planned, but I figured I would keep you guys in the loop and show you guys more stuff that I actually do on a day-to-day basis for myself because I find it effective. So I was just about to get warmed up to do my workout, and my minor injury with my lumbar strain there started to act up again. I was getting really tight and wasn't able to move, and every time I was going through my regular warm-up movements, things were getting more difficult to do. So I decided I was going to do more of my kind of prehab work to help loosen up my low back. Sorry, Coach Luna is here. She sees me holding my lacrosse ball here, and she thinks it's her ball. That it isn't, Luna. Sorry, girl. But she wants it either way. She does take it from me sometimes. What I do plan on showing today, similar to yesterday's video, is a few more back mobility movements using a foam roller, but mainly using this lacrosse ball here. So we use this lacrosse ball for more deep tissue type of work. I wouldn't recommend really using these extensively unless you've been either shown how to or trained formally. I have gone through formal deep tissue therapy training on trigger points. So that's often what these are used for. A lot of people say that foam rolling and rolling out on lacrosse balls is it's like a magic and it cures everything and all those kind of things. The research available really does not agree with that. It doesn't show that it fixes everything. In general, people that do a lot of foam rolling, they'll generally get a minor increase in their range of motion and their mobility for a short period of time. Pre-exercise anyway. Post-exercise, there is a benefit to it for helping you, recover faster and things like that and remain more mobile. But there was a period of time where these were all the rage and people were foam rolling before their workouts longer than they were actually working out, and that's ridiculous. They should be used in adjunct to working out at most to make your workouts more effective and better. They're not a workout in themselves per se. A lacrosse ball comes in obviously as a really hard ball with just mind, which is a bit of give in it, and you can get into more close, tough to actually reach positions on the body. And it can be really hard because you're using your own body weight against you. So usually we would get people using these on different. Sorry, Luna, this isn't for you, girl. We would get people using these on different trigger points on their body. Usually, we have one right around our pec minor. There's a bunch in your calves, in your quads, hips, in your glutes, so on and so forth. But you can use these to do kind of some self-release deep tissue work on the muscles and the fascia. A lot of people say that you can really move around the fascia a whole lot and things like that. Once again, miracles like that don't generally work as well as a lot of people think. It is no miracle. Fascia does have the same tensile strength as steel actually, but we can move fascia when it warms up. You can shift it, kind of adjust it, things like that. People can get adhesions or scar tissue either on the fascia or in the muscle, and using things like this can help to break up the scar tissue or the adhesions in the muscles and the fascias and the joints to a certain extent, but not. Sorry, Luna, this isn't for you, girl. To a certain extent, but not. They won't cure all your problems. More times than not, when people get a bit of positive response in terms of the pain relief and things like that from these, it's oftentimes due to you can reduce the actual firing rate or intensity of the nerve, so it kind of actually down-regulates the actual pain response. It kind of numbs it for a little bit. And when that happens, it can actually reduce the actual tone in the muscle and loosen things up a bit. So if you think of tone almost like a guitar string, it's very tight on a guitar. It has a lot of tone to it, and if we can release that actual tone a little bit, things will loosen up a bit. Because there is a difference between being stiff and not very flexible, and actually having increased tone in the muscle. And all those can, and there are others, but those are the primary ones that can actually reduce your range of motion. So if I'm only able to lift, let's say this high on this arm, it could be due to injuries with the shoulder, scar tissue, tearing, so on and so forth. It could also be due to having tight shoulder muscles, tight rotator cuff, or it could even be due to things like increased tonicity within certain muscles based on how the nerves are firing. So these can help with that. But once again, these do not cure anything. They're simply adjunct tools to help people kind of progress and work around injury a bit. And though they are saying all that stuff, they are still a valuable tool when it comes to rehab, and we do recommend them. There's a cool trick you can do with certain people if they can't reach down and touch their toes when they're standing. You get them to roll out the arches of their feet with these for 30 seconds. Magically, they can touch their toes. Doesn't work on everyone, but it's a cool little trick. It's based out of the Body Trains Anatomy System, which is a great book, by the way, called The Body Trains. We will get into it. These, like I said, these do have a place in your rehab. Kind of like today, I was about to work out, things were acting up, so I'm going to help loosen things up a bit, see if I can progress the rehab further a bit, loosen me up so I'm able to complete my personal workout today. Usually when we use these, we can use them a couple different ways. You can press into them, and you can either hold it there on the spot, or you can do small circles over the spot that hurts, or you can do side to side, kind of doing a cross section of the muscle, so side to side, or along the muscle. Generally side to side, and the circles are going to be the best bang for your buck, but all three are beneficial. Once again, we don't generally recommend people utilizing these unless they've been shown how to do it, or it has been recommended to you. So keep that aware. Also, this video is not to be used to diagnose any injury. Please see a medical professional for that before considering this as your primary source of medical treatment, because in my personal opinion, these generally should not be the primary treatment for people, unless you're in there's a few conditions where it might be the primary source, but it's more of an adjunct therapy. So please see a physician first, or a physical therapist, so on and so forth. As per usual, my name is Adrien. I'm the exercise specialist at the Leduc Beaumont Devon Primary Care Network, and if you're new to physical activity, if you're returning to physical activity from a long layoff, or if you have a medical condition that might make doing physical activity difficult, please consult a physician prior to beginning any new exercise program. So to start, we'll use the foam rollers. So foam rollers are going to be a little less intensive because you have a larger surface area that you're actually rolling on, which is good. And these are obviously more intensive because they're smaller surface area, and it doesn't bend as much. So these can really hurt. And depending on the movement, we are looking for that higher intensity pain level that is part of it. So people oftentimes, when I show them how to do this, they think they're being hurt further, but they don't realize that you actually do it. Using these at times can cause significant amount of pain. That pain response is actually what we are looking for to a certain extent. So what I'll do simply, since it is my left side, I just want to show you guys how my mobility is kind of working, so we can test it before and after, so we can kind of see. So if I'm sitting straight up, if I stretch out this way, so this side is one that is affecting me, so it's tight, so it's as far as I can go. If I go this way, I can go much further. So once again, here to here. If we were to rotate, so this way it stretches it out, that's as far as I can go. This way, much further. Still painful though. So we will start with actually foam rolling on the area just for 5 breaths. We will keep the actual treatment for this video short. I'm just going to roll it out on my entirety of my low back for this video. Oh yeah, see, you feel that. So you see, I'm up on it, my feet are supported, arms across, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly find the spot, which is right there. I'm going to gently roll over the spot. So you see, my body weight is the pressure that is down on the spot here. So I always use this first, generally before the lacrosse ball. I'll use this to honestly prepare me for the lacrosse ball, because the lacrosse ball is far more intense, right? Like this may be about a 3 out of 10 pain. The lacrosse ball might hit a 6, 7, 8 out of 10 pain. Anything beyond that is probably a little too much, so I wouldn't recommend going beyond that. Alright, so we're breathing through that. I can feel, starting to get a bit of a stimulus response. So move on to Luna's favorite, slash my favorite, the lacrosse ball. So with this, what I'll first start with is I'm just going to place it under the area. I will lay back on it slowly, kind of roll around until I find the correct spot, and then I'll do some gentle circles and go side to side, up and down, and then even a few leg movements. So we're going to find that there under my low back, right? Almost got it, right there. So you see, I found these spots. So first, I'm just going to let it sit there for about 5 seconds. You see, so my feet are on the ground, shoulders are on the ground. I'm trying to put as much of the force through the crossball as I can. Watch out, Luna. Watch out, sweetie. Thank you, girl. So as you see, now I'm going to start going side to side first. So this is probably about a 6 out of 10 pain right now. So this is fairly painful. A little bit tough to talk through, but that's okay. So it's gently side to side. Now I'm going to go up and down, so forward and backwards a little bit on it. Oh yeah. Just trying to loosen up. And once you get the hang of this and you start to get used to how it actually feels, you can actually start to, you can start to feel the muscle and when it actually starts to loosen up. So I can really feel, it started to gradually loosen up a bit. As basically as the nerves start to downregulate their firing a little bit. So yeah, so right there. So I found another spot in the same area. So I'm just going to sit that there, breathe through it. Then I'll roll forward and backwards a couple times, side to side a couple times. Really trying to just break down if there's any adhesions in the area. This is really just a super tight muscle from what's realistically a light strain. So it's realistically it's one of my paraspinal muscles, so one of my lower back muscles on my left side that controls my posture, one of the muscles, as well as kind of a connecting intercostal muscle alongside. It's one of the muscles that actually goes in between my ribs. So that's part of it. I'm going side to side a bit. Alright, so I can feel loosen up. So now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my left leg, so the one that's actually supporting the ground, and I'm going to raise it up and just let my leg hang out just off the ground to increase the actual pressure on it. And do a little more side to side. As you see, Coach Luna is here watching, making sure I'm doing things correctly as per usual. Up and down. I'm going to raise our leg up. So this is some ART, some active range therapy here, or assisted range therapy, whichever vernacular you prefer. All right, so I'm keeping pressure right on the spot. I'm straightening my leg out. Oh, right there. See, so right now this is probably, now I'm down to about a 5 out of 10 pain. So it is slowly working its way down, which is fantastic. So I'm trying to go at it from a different angle, from the side a bit. Up and down. Up and down. And I'm going to rotate, kind of go outwards and outwards. Now, final one is I'm going to lay flat on my back. Watch out, Luna. Watch out, sweetie. And then I'm going to bring my leg out to the side and in. Sometimes I might need to bring my arms out just a little bit more balance because this is not easy to balance this way, outside. And finally find the original spot again, the primary spot that I found right there. And now what we're going to do is just hold it for 10 total seconds to finish off. So I'm really trying to let my body weight sink into it and sink around the area. See, I can slowly feel the pain start to dissipate. Doing this will never get down to 0 out of 10 pain, but this can get it down from like a 7 or 8 down to a 3 or so if you're careful, and help to increase the range of motion. So I'm really trying to focus on my breathing and really pushing out around the lacrosse ball. All right. Oh. Well, that was fun. So, these are fantastic implements to use. I don't necessarily recommend starting with these. You can start with something larger. Obviously, a foam roller is kind of the least intensive way. Some people, they use rolling pins even, which can be pretty intense. But some people, they use even like a hard hockey ball or even a tennis ball, 'cause it's a little softer too. Building up to a lacrosse ball definitely takes a bit of time to get used to it. The only thing harder than this would be a golf ball, and I've only ever seen one person use one of those for it, and I wouldn't recommend that. Generally, a lacrosse ball is is the primary method here that we see. So I hope that was helpful to show you guys kind of what a bit of deep tissue therapy looks like. My back is feeling better. So if you see here, if I stand up straight, I can lean to about here. So that feels much better. And other side here. So this is the affected side. Before I was about here. Now I can fully get down. So that's fantastic. And see the other side. And if I rotate from here. Here, perfect. So that's about even now too. So that feels much better. So I feel good. You know, the pain hasn't completely gone away, but it has improved. You know, and yeah. So I feel ready to do some exercising. So I hope you found it helpful. If this is something that that interests you, I recommend speaking to a qualified health professional to discuss it with you further. Sometimes I will get some of my patients or my clients doing this as well. So feel free to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. My name is Adrien. I'm the exercise specialist at the Leduc Beaumont Devon Primary Care Network. Thank you so much, and have a great day.